I've always said if people that haven't got prickly trees, they don't know what to do with their spare time, because we just go and spray more trees. April through to June, between the three of us, we sprayed in excess of 10,000 little trees.
This 200 hectare of mature prickly acacia trees was one of the biggest source of seeds on Thornville Creek. Plus the Delahunty family have been poking away here for 30 years at least, and this was the last big hurdle they had, and it was important not only for them but extremely important for the river system, for the Thompson River catchment system, because for the last 2 years we've been working up the Wockingham and Mills Creek in the Winton area at one arm, and then the other arm's been working on the waterways coming into the Lansford Creek system. So it's been Rockwood Creek, Thornville Creek, Lubra Creek, those. We've been trying to work on them and clear them up so we have an overriding arch right across the top of the Desert Channels area, to protect the waterway south of Longreach.
I cannot describe how it feels to get them dead so quickly. Well, it started off as being a wonderful fodder tree. Beans come off at a very high protein, are very good, but you've got to realise that every time a beast eats a bean, he's going out to plant more trees. There was just a very few trees on the place when I first came here, half a dozen at the most. We ran into the 65 drought, then the 69, 70 drought, and we're flat out feeding ourselves, let alone trying to poison prickly trees. I think 68 was a fairly wet year, and we noticed a lot of trees then. And that's when we decided we had a big problem, but we were too broke to do anything about it. And it was probably controllable at that stage with a bit of effort. And then 74, it just exploded everywhere. Then we got help from the Strategic Weed Eradication Project, and they came in, they put in tractors and chain and pulled some. But then the boys that came in behind them and cleaned up all the stuff in the open country with the spray cans and Valpar, they did a marvellous job. But they got us going, and we could see what could be done, and we've just kept at it ever since. I usually go out and do about 3 sessions a day of, say, 2 hours a session, and usually spray a couple of hundred trees in that period of time. And when I get to about 600, I pull up and start again the next day. And then we got the Landsborough River land care scheme, and we got wonderful barter days where people used to come from neighbouring properties and help, and then we'd go to their place and help them. And well, this paddock was probably left to the last because it had the biggest infestation, and we were concentrating on other paddocks in towards the house, and we got them clean with barter days and a bit of sweep work, but and a lot of our own. And then we got the opportunity to, with the Desert Channels boys, to come in and do this, and I did not consider that they would get such a hell of a kill. It's just a wonderful relief to see so many dead trees. There's probably a 99% kill with very little fanfare. I couldn't praise them highly enough myself. I didn't think in my lifetime I'd ever see the trees completely sort of wiped out. This gives you a hell of a lot of heart when you see so many trees dead, and it's up to us to keep working to try and keep it that way. It's just a big battle has been won, but we've still got the war going on.
It's pretty obvious that Pete and the families are worried about the regrowth, or about dealing with regrowth, and that's what comes with using wet chemicals. But what we found over the last 3 years is that by using tebuthorine, you're buying yourself 4 to 5 years control. This trial site at Ortay was treated 3 years ago using tebuthorine pellets out of the drone. Stem density was 2,400 stems per hectare, and 3 years later, after walking around this enclosed area, we found 4 prickly acacia, the biggest one being here, and he's just 1 metre high now.
I'm won't be here much longer. And it's just, oh well, getting the country back to what it was when I came here without the big pest infestation of prickly trees.